Have you ever felt your heart pounding, your breath getting short, and an overwhelming sense of doom wash over you, even when you were perfectly safe? If so, you might have experienced a panic attack. It's a terrifying experience, but what if I told you that in those moments, your body isn't failing you? It's actually trying to save you, just from a threat that doesn't exist. Today, we're going to dive deep into the science of why your body panics, and how understanding this process is the first step toward regaining control. At the very heart of a panic attack is a small, almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your body's smoke detector. Its job is to sniff out danger and sound the alarm so you can react quickly. Usually, it's brilliant at its job, distinguishing between a real fire and just a bit of burnt toast. But sometimes, this system gets a little too sensitive. It misinterprets a perfectly normal internal sensation, like a slight increase in your heart rate from climbing stairs or a little shortness of breath from feeling stressed, as a sign of imminent, life-threatening danger. It pulls the fire alarm when there's no fire. This is the false alarm that triggers a panic attack. Once the amygdala sounds this false alarm, it's like hitting the big red emergency button in your brain. It instantly activates your autonomic nervous system, specifically the sympathetic branch, which is responsible for the famous fight-or-flight response. This system floods your body with stress hormones like adrenaline. Now, these hormones are incredible. They are designed to prepare your body for survival. Your heart rate skyrockets to pump more blood to your muscles. Your breathing quickens to take in more oxygen. Your muscles tense up, ready for action. Your pupils dilate, and you start to sweat to cool yourself down. From a purely biological standpoint, your body is turning into a super-efficient survival machine, ready to either fight a predator or run for your life. The problem, of course, is that there is no predator. You might be sitting on your couch, driving your car, or standing in a grocery store line, but your body is screaming danger. The physical sensations are overwhelming: a tight chest, dizziness, trembling, nausea, a feeling like you can't get enough air. These feelings are real, they are intense, and they are deeply frightening. So, what does your brain do when your body is in full-on crisis mode? It tries to find a reason. It starts generating catastrophic thoughts to explain the chaos. My chest is tight. I must be having a heart attack. I feel dizzy and strange. I must be losing my mind or dying. These thoughts aren't you being irrational. They are your brain's desperate attempt to make sense of the powerful physical signals it's receiving. It's connecting the dots, just the wrong dots. So why is it so hard to just calm down or think rationally during a panic attack? Here's a crucial piece of the puzzle. When your amygdala is in overdrive, it temporarily suppresses the activity in your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain right behind your forehead that's in charge of logic, planning, and rational thought. It's the CEO of your brain. But during a perceived crisis, the security guard, the amygdala, takes over and shoves the CEO out of the control room. This is why when someone tells you you're fine during a panic attack, it doesn't help. The logical part of your brain that would normally process that information is offline. Fear is running the show, and its interpretation of reality is the only one that seems convincing. But here is the most important thing to remember: a panic attack will always end. Always. Your body cannot sustain that level of high alert forever. The adrenaline that fuels the panic has a limited lifespan in your system. As your body naturally metabolizes these stress hormones, another part of your nervous system, the parasympathetic branch, kicks in. Think of it as the rest and digest system. It's the cleanup crew that comes in after the emergency. It slows your heart rate back down, deepens your breathing, and allows your muscles to relax. This is not something you have to force. It's a built-in, automatic biological process. The storm of panic will always pass, and calm will return. No panic attack lasts forever. So, if they always end, why do they keep happening to some people? This often comes down to a learning process in the brain called interoceptive conditioning. It sounds complex, but the idea is simple. After you've had one terrifying panic attack, you might start to fear the physical sensations that came with it. You start to become hyper-aware of your own body. You notice a little flutter in your chest and your brain immediately thinks, "Oh no, is it happening again?" This fear of the sensations themselves, the fear of fear, creates a vicious cycle. The fear of having a panic attack actually makes you more anxious, which increases the likelihood of those physical sensations, which can then trigger another full-blown attack. This can lead to avoidance, Maybe you stop going to the gym because you're afraid of your heart rate increasing, or you avoid crowded places. But avoiding these things only reinforces the brain's belief that they are dangerous, making the fear network even stronger. Let's be absolutely clear on this: panic attacks are not medically dangerous. Despite feeling like you're dying, you are not. Research is unequivocal. A panic attack will not cause a heart attack. It will not cause you to stop breathing or lose consciousness. You are not going crazy. It is not a sign of personal weakness or a character flaw. It is simply your body's incredible survival system being a little too overzealous. It's a system that's working too well, not one that's broken. It's a fire alarm that's too sensitive, not a sign that the building is actually burning down. So, how do we fix this faulty alarm system? Effective treatments focus on retraining the brain to accurately perceive threats. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is one of the most successful approaches. It helps you learn to identify and challenge those catastrophic thoughts. For example, instead of thinking "my heart is racing, I'm having a heart attack," you learn to reframe it as, "My heart is racing because of adrenaline, it's just a panic symptom, and it will pass." Exposure therapy, a part of CBT, involves gradually and safely exposing yourself to the physical sensations you fear. By doing exercises that raise your heart rate in a controlled way, you teach your amygdala that these feelings are not dangerous. This retrains your brain to tolerate the sensations without sounding the false alarm. For some people, medications like SSRIs can also be helpful by regulating the brain circuits involved in fear and anxiety, essentially turning down the sensitivity of the amygdala. If you struggle with panic, please know that you are not alone and there is effective help available. The journey starts with understanding that the terror you feel is real, but the danger is not. It's not a medical crisis, it's a misguided survival response. Knowing what's happening in your brain and body during a panic attack demystifies the experience. It takes away some of its power. This knowledge isn't just interesting information, it's a therapeutic tool. It's the first light in the dark, showing you the path toward breaking the cycle of fear and reclaiming your life. Thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on mental health and well-being. And if you or someone you know is struggling, remember that reaching out to a mental health professional is a sign of strength. We'll see you in the next video.